Wisconsin heads into another election season. Its election commission is looking back for lessons learned in November. Naomi Coles virtually attended their meeting today and joins us with more.
The report covered a number of key lessons learned. One of them, the vast majority of indefinitely confined voters actually used photo ID in November's election. The second, no voters who have been marked to remove from the voter roll, none of them actually voted in November, and that was after Republicans had tried to remove more than 200,000 of them from those rolls. The commission fielded calls and emails on Election Day at an unprecedented average rate of 300 an hour over a 20-hour time frame. Overall, contacts were up across the board leading up to Election Day. Some of that was from political interest groups, which clogged up response for others.
So that it was difficult for us to find some of the contacts where there were real-time questions from both our clerks and from our voters.
And while absentee ballots clearly remained massively popular, Election Day voting at the polls actually increased to 40% after just 25% turnout in April. A tiny fraction of absentees were rejected, a far lower rate than normal.
It was quite likely that people would learn the process and we would see fewer rejections.
Despite controversy around the lack of photo ID requirements for indefinitely confined ballots, almost 80% of indefinitely confined voters provided one. Republican Commissioner Dean Knutson says he still wants the Wisconsin law for indefinitely confined voting to be changed to include more clear definitions. But Chairwoman Ann Jacobs emphasized that there's been no fraud associated with it.
We do not have a single complaint that the use of the indefinitely confined process meant that a voter who was not eligible to vote casted a ballot.
Ultimately, Chief Elections Official Megan Wolf says this report is to inform the public and help clear up the massive amounts of misinformation we've seen in this election.
It's then up to the public, to the media, and ultimately lawmakers to engage with these facts and decide what is a success and something that we want to carry through into the future and where are adjustments needed.
The commission's next step is to plan their next mailing to voters who potentially might have moved.
Naomi, thank you.